From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Don Mitchell. A fact sheet from the White House said the latest U.S. tariff action will not hit goods compliant under the Canada-U.S.-Mexico trade agreement. U.S. President Donald Trump pledging today to use an alternative tool to slap a worldwide 15% levy after the Supreme Court squashed his favorite tool this week, the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. The new 15% duty will also not be applied on top of sector-specific tariffs like steel, aluminum, and automobiles. Trump said in a social media post today his administration aims to find every means possible to impose permissible long-term tariffs. British Columbia's government says OpenAI had a pre-planned meeting with provincial officials the day after a deadly shooting at the secondary school in Tumbler Ridge. However, the company made no mention of concerns it had regarding the shooter's online interactions with its ChatGPT program. The Wall Street Journal is reporting that employees with the artificial intelligence company considered alerting authorities about the shooter's worrisome actions months before the shootings. Premier David Eby says in a statement he finds reports that allege OpenAI had related intelligence before the shootings is profoundly disturbing for the victims' families and all British Columbians. Hungary's foreign minister says his country will block a planned 90 billion euro European loan to Ukraine until the flow of Russian oil through a pipeline resumes. Peter Sciarto is accusing Ukraine of blackmailing Hungary by failing to restart shipments. Russian oil shipments to Hungary and Slovakia have been interrupted since late January after Ukrainian officials said a Russian drone attacked and damaged a pipeline. The fourth anniversary of Russia's invasion of Ukraine is not too far away. A father and son from Calgary who have been in Ukraine for the past 4 years say they have no intention of leaving while the war continues. Paul Hughes arrived in Ukraine a week after the invasion, initially to fight, but later to start a charity helping the Ukrainian people. However, he laments there is no faith that the fighting will stop anytime soon.
Nobody trusts Putin. The only thing that they think that's going to happen is Putin. There may be a ceasefire, something like that. But all Putin's going to do is amass is just going to build up his army so that he can attack again. I've never talked to one Ukrainian that believes that peace is possible.
His son Mac is continuing to recover from burns he sustained while fighting for Ukraine last July. And police in the UK continue to search former Prince Andrew's last residence. ABC's Lama Hassan has the latest from London.
Detectives carrying out the complex search of Andrew Mountbatten Windsor's former residence in Windsor, the vast 30-room property he called home for more than 20 years. Officers believed to be looking for proof that he passed on confidential information to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein when he was serving as Britain's trade envoy.
Meanwhile, the British government is considering formally removing Andrew from the line of succession to the crown. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, Canada's men's curling rink at the Milan Cortina Games picked up gold as Brad Jacobs and his Calgary-based rink defeated British rival Bruce Moe at 9-6 in the finale of the tournament. The Canadians scoring 3 in the ninth end for a 2-point lead that Great Britain couldn't overcome in the final end. Canada wins its first men's curling gold since Sochi 2014 when Jacobs won as a skip. On the women's side, Rachel Homan's Ottawa-based rink reached the podium in defeating American Tabitha Peterson 10-7 in the bronze medal game. The bronze is the first Olympic medal for the entire team as Homan and Emma Miskew missed the playoffs in 2018. And Canada and the U.S. face off early tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the gold medal game in men's hockey. Canada beat the American side in 2002 and 2010 for Olympic gold, as well as winning the title against the U.S. in last year's Four Nations face-off tournament. The status of Captain Sidney Crosby for the game remains in the air, while defenseman Josh Morrissey is confirmed out. From the Canadian Press, I'm Don Mitchell.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.